shine. I'm ready to shine, yeah. I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to shine, yeah. My niggas ain't on their own, so you know we here.
Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today, I don't really want to waste time. I'm really excited. I'm ready to learn about these two. I want to get into this. The premiere is about to come on in like 1 minute. So we're going to rush through this thing a little bit. You feel me? Today, we have Sentry versus Superboy Prime. If you've been around for a long time, you know I don't know really a lot about Marvel or DC, but I love when they have these matchups because it gets y'all brain just flowing. Y'all love to leave paragraphs if you agree with it, disagree, feats that they didn't cover, all type of stuff like that. So y'all already know, make sure to leave comments if you agree or disagree with the outcome of the fight. I put the poll up and asked y'all. Sentry got crushed. He got demolished. Y'all said Superboy Prime gonna win this, but in the comments, y'all was saying that it could be kind of close, kind of, you know, better than we think it'll be, basically. Now, usually, I would take the results of the poll as my decision, but for some reason, I just want to be the bad guy today. So I'm going with Sentry. I don't know what he can do. I don't know if he really can pull a dub out, bruh, but I'm going with him. Just to make y'all mad. Just to make y'all mad, bro. You feel me? But like I said, I'm ready to get into this thing, bro. So if you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn that bell on so you don't miss anything I upload. The original link will be down below. Bro, if Sentry really does get this W, Thief Mafia, y'all sold. Y'all sold, bro. But hey, it's coming on, so let's get it. Let's go. Here we go, y'all. Pardon me, I'm eating. What?
Sentry versus Superboy Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
One superhero stands alone at the peak of Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes,
Explain,
Robbie
bro.
Reynolds was just your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank this super soldier serum.
At that moment, Robbie was imbued with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
That's gotta be one
What?
hell of a bowel movement. And what better way to use his new powers
how he
than
got
to
his
become a
powers.
sentry to all mankind?
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch-nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
He can spot you from miles away, or even hear a butterfly sneeze from across the planet.
Do butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry's cells absorb and process the sun's rays, and if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. And despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's even built his own watchtower with an advanced AI that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk. Where Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed, the Sentry was the only one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor!
The Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within plank time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast he went back in time, so you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every good act the Sentry performs, the Void commits an evil one. Because the truth was, the Sentry and the Void were one and the same.
Plot twist.
I knew he was about to say
Turns
that.
out Sentry's whole
bro.
origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
In reality, Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict who drank the Sentry serum just to get high. And the Void was, in reality, a malevolent godlike entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
And this being manifests as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too much power for any one man to handle. The only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future, including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back, in part thanks to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, and his desire to somehow control the Void. So Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release, the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the kind of guy who can throw hands with Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
The Sentry can create and destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and more, except he doesn't hold back. He can shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness, possess your body, and devour your soul.
With his infinitendrils, the Void takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up all at once could barely handle him. Void is one of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm. I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. Let the Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about.
Hold on,
What if
man.
Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Actually might beat Superboy.
Do you believe a man can fly?
Yeah, Wiz, within the pages of DC Comics, everyone in their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth, Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent. A totally normal boy from New England who just happened to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the day Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did! Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now? Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can fly!
Bugsy, don't jump off the... Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
Ow. Just in time for his universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Whiz, we're canonically dead since 1986 apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees.
Oh
Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do, punch really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics. Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many.
Bruh, hold on, man. So, what they basically saying is, dude is like breaking the fourth wall in a way with the Sentry's gonna lose. Sentry's gonna lose.
Fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot. My favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century.
Exactly.
Not that I'm complaining. That's how I get
What
paid.
are we
Prime
even
would
talking
know
about?
he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
We can only hope not. As a Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy drained. Kryptonians like Superman can withstand more esoteric attacks too. They can actively resist mental attacks by outthinking them, and their souls can resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun
Well,
fueling
that
his
move ain't
cells.
gonna work
And
on him.
unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
With a suit of armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy, literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe, just to be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats in scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot. Okay, sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold
Hey,
back.
what the
Instead
dog
of
do?
saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He's battled the Doom Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time he fought a potential future version of himself who became a god of time.
And what?
And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own
Are you
comics.
Like some
Serious?
infinitely recursive meta hell.
Prime
Yo,
had become
this-
a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the peak of his violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman. Action Comics #1, the first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman who laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his retcon punch!
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories, but he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guys so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the time stream, seemingly exit the comic medium entirely, and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Knight.
Who was powerful enough to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that
They're overloading my brain with this knowledge, bro. It's too much going on. It's too much going on, bro. He fighting himself. His parents reading his comics. He went to the headquarters and got mad at the people writing his.
no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
The fact that Superboy is an idiot
This
made.
city won't last much longer.
I don't know.
You're behind, kid.
And mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork. Onomatopoeia coming right up!
You're dealing with someone who has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns!
Big mistake, dipwad. It's prime time.
It's what?
Are you
Why?
kidding me? Another dark Superman fraud? Boring! It's cool when I do it.
They're pretty much equal, man.
Please, stop hitting me.
He'll kill you.
I'll kill you to death.
Bye-bye, Bob. It's time to play God.
Oh, shit. What the? What?
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat. Luckily, so am I.
Run all you want! If Bob couldn't escape me, what hope do you have, boy? Afraid of the Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again, whatever happened to Lori? It's over, Clark. There is no happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone.
What is he gonna do to come back, bro?
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
Bob? You kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Wow.
Crisis averted.
I don't think I've ever seen someone beaten to death so wholesomely before.
Let's break this down into 3 chapters: their strength, intelligence, and powers.
As with any flying brick fight, the first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally 2 of the heaviest
I mean,
hitters in
shit, they
DC
got
and
Prime,
Marvel,
right?
more than capable of matching and surpassing Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought: Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule Man, but remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when he fought Sentry, he wasn't at his full power, so we can only scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan, both of which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge in strength. But muscles aren't everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn with his intelligence.
While Prime does possess a super advanced Kryptonian brain, he clearly does not use it to its full extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry, on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
the difference
Sure, he
was
mentally
powers.
struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks
come on.
for him,
We
but
got it.
losing control to the Void only makes him
I
more
need to see-
dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his
Why?
powers. In a test of wits and
It's
wills, the
impossible.
Sentry was the more intelligent.
But the main
Bro,
question is,
it's impossible to beat any Superman variant, bro. I just feel they too OP. They too OP. Y'all know Goku can beat him, blah, blah, blah. We already reacted to all of those on the channel. You feel me? You can go and look. I gave him his credit. But seeing this, I had hope. This wasn't even anime, bro. It's DC and Marvel. I really thought when the Void came and they merged, that was a real question. What is Prime going to do to get out of this situation? He hit this man with a right hook. Right hook. Sent this man to the final page of his comic. Are you serious? I just feel like they wrote Superman You can't beat him. You can't beat him, bro.
in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single
So
atom.
how did he
But
win?
pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime, his ability to retcon away your history and mess with your whole timeline was actually something Sentry had no specific resistance to.
Not only that, it was something he's been affected by in the past.
Like the time the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off mid-fight.
Pre-crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he might need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten, or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same.
I told
Prime
you.
takes the final
I told
edge
you,
in
bro.
powers.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually
You
muscle his
can't
way
beat him.
through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob. Defeat was
Let's see what's next. Is
unavoidable.
this the last
The winner
episode?
is Superboy Prime.
What the?
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
The winner is Superboy Prime. Letter to the editors? Oh yeah,
What?
I win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real, intense emotion. I can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics. Prime out.
Man, Prime, get out my
Next
face.
time on Death Battle.
Hold on. What? Aang versus the Traveler? Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Now, you know we never do this. Hey, Genshin Impact, whoever Traveler is, they better box. It's no way you telling me they just put a random person against Aang, bro. Go to the conclusion, fam. I don't know why it wouldn't let me hide those videos so we can see the trailer, but y'all let me know, because you know the poll is going up immediately. It's the Traveler code from Genshin Impact, because why are they going against Aang? Now, going back to this fight, I wanted Sentry to pull through. I didn't know how he was going to do it, but I wanted him to win this, because Superman, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of DC or Marvel. So don't take what I'm saying and try to cut my head off. Like, I'm just full of knowledge. I'm not. But it seems to me, you know, from outside looking in, there is truly no way to defeat them. If you don't know their weakness and have kryptonite on standby, you feel me? Batman with some prep time. How do you defeat them? How do you kill them? Bro, you telling me this man Sentry is like almost Superman of them? How? And he still, they said he had really no way to get Prime out of here. No way. This man with this, what is it? Retcon punch. Rewriting history. The man hit you and rewrite your comic book. Stop playing with me, bro. How do you beat them? How? Hey, if you know somebody, please explain to me, because if you skip the breakdown of them two, I understand. It was very long. It was very long. I did not do that much talking because I was really trying to pay attention and learn. But Superboy Prime, his analysis, bro, I was lost. The man breaking the fourth wall, comic wall, fighting himself. I don't understand. I feel like Sentry had great feats. He had great abilities. The void was insane, and it still wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I don't know. I was engaged. They had me immersed, bro. Great death battle. I love how they played with him being able to do that, especially at the end. Him going back and saying they hold him on the intelligence. That was great. I just need information. I need y'all to inform me. Give me more info about this fight and let me know, is Traveler even worth Aang's time for the next death battle? If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn that bell on. My brain is fried right now, bro. I need a break. I'm gonna see y'all next time, man. Peace.